David Cohn with the shades. Sid Fernandez charting the pitches. He will start the first game of the Twin Bill tomorrow afternoon. And we certainly hope you're with us. We will be on the air at 11:55 a.m. Central Time. Game 2, Mike Harkey against Ron Darling. Breaking ball away, 3-2 now to Walton.
This is the 6th time the Cubs have looked at the Mets this year. They're 2-0 against the Mets at home, 3-2 overall. Coming into today's action.
Fouled out of play. So it'll be Joe Kramer to come on and pitch the 7th inning. Doc Gooden gave up 3 runs, 4 hits in the 5th. Here's the payoff, and he walked him. Second walk given up by Dwight Gooden.
The Cubs 1-1 at home as Frank Viola beat them here, but they are 3-2 overall against the Mets. And a pretty good start here, so maybe they can start putting a little more pressure on Gooden.
Well, even in the down seasons for the Cubs in '87 and '88, if you go back to 1987, the start of that year, the Cubs hold a 31-28 advantage in games played against New York. That'll get into right field, a base hit for Marvell Wynne. On to third base is Jerome Walton. So the Cubs continue to knock out base hits. They're not going to call it quits.
In that stint you mentioned, Tom, the Cubs have the best record against the Mets of anybody else in the East. And it's really a great rivalry between these two teams, these two great cities going head-to-head. There's something a little extra special when you battle the New York Mets. I think everybody feels it in the dugout. They talk about the great rivalry with the Cardinals, and certainly there is. That has a lot more fan flavor than the Met rivalry between the players and the players. But I know when they do defeat the New York Mets, they're just a little bit happier than they are most of the time.
And Andre Dawson was telling you and me exactly that on the bus ride in Pittsburgh. Sandberg is 3 for 3. 3 singles and a run scored. Missed inside on him, 1-0.
Dwight Gooden, in 12 previous starts, has yet to complete a game, and he's averaging just a little over 6 innings per start.
No activity yet in the New York bullpen with an 11-4 lead. There goes a runner. Throw down from Sasser. They will not get him. Stolen base for Marvell Wynne.
One thing that Dwight Gooden has always had trouble with, and that is holding on base runners. Well, obviously 7 runs down. Unless you are pretty sure you're going to make it, this isn't a good play. But Gooden was not watching Marvell at all, and he was able to beat the play. The 91st stolen base against the Mets. They've thrown out 20.
There is a drive to left field, but McReynolds has room. Makes a catch. Walton tags up at third. He'll come home to score. It's now an 11-5 ball game. A sac fly RBI for Sandberg. He has knocked in 36 this season.
Rhino gets this one off the end of the bat. It looked good leaving the bat, but he didn't have much in it. But enough, however, to score the run and not be charged with a time at bat as the Cubs cut the deficit to 6. Normal day it would sound like a lot. It's not all that much on a day like today.
Walton at second base. Wynne rather at second, and here's Dwight Smith, who is 1 for 3. Singled in the 5th inning, but was thrown out at third base trying to advance first to third on a bloop single to left field. McReynolds a perfect strike to the third baseman O'Malley. Left side of the infield. This isn't a sure bet. And O'Malley makes a catch.
Usually the shortstop is going to make that play, but O'Malley seemed more in control than Howard Johnson, so he just went ahead and took it. Howard said, no problem. I don't like to win. Catch him if you can get him.
And I don't need my 16th error.
No.
Mark Grace extended his hitting streak to 15 games. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Grace has been red hot. Wynn at second base, 2 down. Good in a long pause. And a wrap back up the middle. It'll fall for a hit. Here comes Wynn to score. And Mark Grace has his 3rd hit of the game. 2nd knocked in after going 3 for 5 in last night's game.
And with that base hit, the batting average pokes its head over the 300 mark. 301. A climb from 258. And he did it in a hurry, and he's making it look easy.
Mark Grace, 23 knocked in on the season. Here's Dave Clark. 1 for 2 has walked and scored a run. Ball 1.
I predicted 20 runs before the game started. But if the Cubs are to win this, obviously they're going to have to go by that prediction, and I wouldn't mind it a bit. And a long ball here really gets things interesting.
It's 11-6. Strike called. Clark didn't like it. 1-1 with 2 down and Grace at first in the home half of the 6th inning. Cubs have won 4 in a row, tying their longest winning streak of the season. The last time they had a win streak of more than 4 was September of last year when they won 6 in a row. 1-1 delivery. Magadon's got it, and that's the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, a man left. Harry Carey's coming back in the 7th after 6. 11-6 Mets.
You can become a detective in McDonald's Dick Tracy Crime Stopper game.
Want to play games, huh, Copper?
Rub out the evidence and follow the clues
Follow that car.
to collect rewards like a Big Mac or up to $1 million.
Okay, you win.
Give me the bag.
Dick Tracy. The movie is only in theaters.
You're under arrest.
The game is only at McDonald's.
Line of work in.
Water resource management.
You like irrigation?
You could say that, yes.
Hasn't rained here in 18 months.
We shall see.
You've been coming down in buckets all night long.
Yes, indeed. That's good.
In today's high-tech business world,
Nice morning, huh?
those with the most mobility find success rains down upon them.
Perhaps you can make it rain, Mom.
Come fly the friendly sky.
We're going to climb a little higher, folks. See if we can get above these rain clouds.
Stay in shape with Hogan and have a cooler summer beginning June 18th on Channel 9.
A participating advertiser in Cubs baseball is Buick and your better Buick dealers, home of the most trouble-free American cars.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey with Tom Brenneman and Steve Stone. We're going to the top of the 7th. Joe Kramer pitching. Jerome Walton out in center field.
And Marvell Wynne is shifted over to left, so Kramer comes into the ball game. Just recalled. And Joe, who started at the AAA level, now working out of the bullpen. He threw the ball fairly well in spurts for the Cubs when he was here. And he's got to hold down the Mets because the Cubs have started to chip away at Dwight Gooden. 5 runs down, 11 hits off Gooden. You don't see that too often in 6 innings.
Well, the Cubs could have got any kind of a reasonably well-pitched ball game today. This was a day to beat Gooden, which the Cubs don't do too often. Here's a pitch to Magadon. Joe Girardi behind the plate. Villanueva was injured when hit by a pitch ball. Magadan driven in 4 runs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Texas at Oakland tied up 2-2 at the end of 3. Chicago playing in Seattle tonight. White Sox trail Oakland only by 2. And Channel 9 will bring you the Chicago-Seattle game at 9:30 tonight. Two balls and a strike. Ball 3. Boy, oh boy. The Mets have had 13 hits. The Cubs have had 11. But the Mets have hit the long ball. I think the second one McReynolds hit was hit as far as anyone I've seen in left field. Here's Magadan walking.
Greg Jeffries will turn around to hit right-handed. He's a little better hitter from the right side, although most of his RBIs have come from the left side.
Jeffries 2 out of 4. Kramer's pitch is over the outside corner, a strike call. The Mets started off against Bilecki 4-4. 4 in the first, 4 in the second. Got 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth off Blankenship. Got 1 in the sixth against Wilkins. And now they're facing Joe Kramer. Base hit like a bullet into the left field corner. Here's Magadan going to third. Jeffries pulls up at second.
That's the 18th double of the year for Greg Jeffries, his second of the day. And he hit a bullet down the line. So Jeffries, trying to stake a claim on that 300 mark, has got 3 today.
You know, Sandberg is 7 out of his last 8 times at bat. 9 of his last 12 times at bat. 11 of his last 17 times at bat. And 13 out of his next 19 times at bat. And Sandberg has raised his batting average about 350. Infield in. Strawberry now behind 0-2.
The Mets with 9 extra base hits today, punctuated by 3 home runs, 2 off the bat of Kevin McReynolds.
Line drive, base hit like a bullet. 1 run in. Here's Jeffries trying to score. He is out at the plate. And on the play, Strawberry takes second. An RBI single for Strawberry.
Jerome Walton made an outstanding throw, and Girardi had some time to brace himself. He made a good tag. A rocket to center field. RBI number 31, and watch Jerome charge the ball aggressively and fire right on the button. Jeffries just now realizing that he has very little chance of scoring. You've got to get it over the mound. He did just that right at Girardi, and what a throw.
They're walking McReynolds. Now I wonder how could they possibly do that with first base open? All this guy has done today is 2 homers and a double, and the time they got him out was a rocket hit at Dave Clark, who made a fine catch on left center. So McReynolds is going to be intentionally passed, and small wonder.
4 Cub pitchers today, and none have emerged unscored upon.
Well, maybe the Mets will tire themselves out. There's a doubleheader tomorrow, you know. Look at that. Why don't you pick those numbers for the lottery, Arnie? You might win. 4-4-1-1-0-1. 1. There's a pitch high. Twelve to 6. All too low and outside. 2-0. Kramer just came back to the Cubs when Mitch Williams was placed on the disabled list. We'll have further information on Williams. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. We have Sutcliffe on the disabled list. Mitch Williams now on the disabled list. There's a strike call. The Hawk.
Andre Dawson would like a shot today. He just might get it before it's over.
Outside, he walked him. The bases are loaded.
Here comes Don Zimmer out to talk with Joe Kramer, who really hasn't retired anybody. Jerome Walton has the 1 out, the great throw from center. And the bullpen with a doubleheader tomorrow. Don Zimmer does not want to go out there again. He's got Lancaster and Assenmacher, the 2 guys who will be the stoppers in the absence of Mitch Williams. And so he has got to get Joe Kramer through the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings.
That's what Zim's out there for, conversation, because there's nobody warming up. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Darryl Boston, who's 1 out of 4 today, will be the hitter. Joe Kramer getting set. Line drive, base hit, 1 run in. Another one scoring. The throw cut off. A single by Boston, driving in 2 on the first pitch.
RBIs number 12 and 13 for Darryl Boston, and the hit parade continues. A fastball right down the middle. And the Mets keep pounding away at the Cub pitching.
Fourteen to 6. Here's Sasser. Pitch a little bit inside. Sasser, too, a left-handed hitter, and he rarely hits against southpaw. 1 out of 4. Might be a double play. Out at second, out at first, and out of the inning. They get 3 runs. We go now to the bottom of the 7th with the score. 14 for the Mets, 6 for the Cubs. All right. Okay, Gary, let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Find me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't root for the club team. If they don't win, it's a shame for it. The old.
Well, this is a big occasion.
I mean, this is really exciting.
We should have a celebration.
That'd be neat.
We could have a big cake.
Yeah, and confetti. Wow, down you goosebumps.
It's as plain as the shifty eyes on your face.
Newhart's Rockin'.
Sounds great.
Beginning June 18th on Channel 9.
There's something new coming to you from Budweiser. And if the label turns your head, wait till you taste it. New Bud Dry. The first beer cold filtered for smooth draft taste and dry brewed for no aftertaste. So if you're looking for smooth taste with no aftertaste, turn here. Try Bud Dry.
It goes 1-6-3, and the inning-ending double play right back at Kramer, who goes to Ramos. And for that inning-ending double play, CarX helps put the brakes on cancer with a $50 contribution to Cubs Care.
Here's Chuck Curtis Wilkerson, who's 2 out of 3, batted in the run his last time up. Carry on is playing left. Let's see, where's he playing? Right field? Yeah. Carry on is playing right field. Mark Carry On. His dad was a catcher with the White Sox years ago. There's a high fly ball. Will be caught, and it is. Darryl Boston made the catch easily. One man out. There's Girardi. Oh, for batting for the first time. Low and outside. Oh for 1, Girardi. He replaced Villanueva, does a ground ball to Johnson. Threw him out. 2 gone. 2 away. And here is Ramos. (14-6) in favor of the Mets. You know, when you make 6 runs off of Doc Gooden, you figure you got a chance to beat him. But the only thing wrong today, they got 8 runs in the first 2 innings. You know, that might have something to do with Gooden's rather mediocre performance. Or maybe he doesn't throw as well as he used to. Hard to believe a guy only 25 years old could find his talents deteriorating.
Especially when you see Nolan Ryan throwing no-hitter number 6 at 43 years old.
There's Ramos walking.
A little surprised that Gooden has been left in this ballgame this long. The game seems fairly well in hand, and Gooden is throwing a lot of pitches. He struggled today. He's been in trouble in many of these innings, and so with the pitches piling up now, they get up in the bullpen for the Mets.
Gooden has walked 3 and hit 2. There's Jerome. Walked and scored.
Looks like Jeff Musselman up and throwing in the bullpen.
Doubleheader tomorrow. Mike Harkey is going to come off the disabled list. He'll pitch the second game. Jeff Pico will pitch the first. Sid Fernandez for the Mets in the first game. Ron Darling in the second. There's Mike Harkey.
That got one of the Mets, I think. A rifle shot into the dugout. It looked like it might have gotten Tim Tuffle. I'm not sure. Somebody went down into the passageway. I think he got hit with the line drive.
34,893 paid here today. Usually they wave the white flag, the white towels, as a sign of surrender on a line drive like that. He struck him out to retire the side at the end of 7. 14-6 in favor of the Mets.